Mr. Gobble, if we hit 1,000, we're going to break Zoom, just so you know.
That would be awesome. Welcome to all of you who are logging in right now. Class of 2025. We are so excited to have a chance to share with you. We'll allow people in here for a few minutes. We're going to get started just after 7. So get yourself settled in, put it up on the big screen. We are so thrilled at the opportunity to have a new freshman class. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Great to see you all. All right, we're at 100. That's great.
All right, Mr. Gobble, let's see who some of these freshmen are, huh?
Yeah, let's see some of their names. Oh, look at that. I got to tell you guys, I haven't heard enough of this fight song in the last couple of months. It sounds wonderful to hear our band playing again. I can't wait till we're all back and get the opportunity to sing along with them.
Mr. Gobble, how many of these class of 2025 students do you think we have?
I think if we make a guess, I would say 1,176.
I think that sounds about right.
What do you think?
Plus or minus maybe 10.
Miss Bowen, what do you got? Hope you're a little quiet there, Miss Bowen. Well, we are thrilled to have all of you joining us tonight. We're about to hit 200. So that means we've only got about 900 more families to log in. So we're really excited about that. We're going to start at about 7:03. And while you do that, you can watch your friends and neighbors pop across the screen. All of our wonderful future patriots, we are so thrilled to have you. Class of 2025, that's a nice round number. That's a good one. You're going to remember that forever.
See, Mr. Gobble, that was for Winterfest Pep Assembly, and this is Spring Fling Pep Assembly. And now we're Homecoming Pep Assembly.
Yeah, we're hearing it for all the times we missed it.
All the Friday Night Lights.
I was going to say, what about the 15 touchdowns that we missed? That's
exactly.
Really the thing. That's where you really rack them up on those days.
Exactly. We're so excited for this class of 2025.
And welcome to all of our, I see a young Anthony Ribel's name just came up there. I think that might be someone who we know. That might have caused the level of embarrassment that was too high.
You'll probably get a text message about that pretty soon.
I would think. So the real question is, how long does it take to show 1,175 names?
Miss Bowen, what do you think? How long would you guess for all of those names to scroll across this screen?
9.
9 minutes? What do you think, Mr. Gobble?
Well, I think I might cheat because I think I know the answer. I'm guessing 7. I think I looked at how long the video was. So
it is 7. Yep, just over 7 minutes for the class of 2025 for us to see all these awesome individuals here. We get to welcome these individuals tonight and all of our other students just in a few days. It's pretty exciting.
That's right. We're at 400 families that have logged in. Great to see you all. We are so thrilled to have you join in and become Stevenson Patriots. There will be lots of opportunities for you to reach out and work with us over the next month or two. We'll talk about all of that tonight. We're going to begin our presentation in probably about 4 minutes. So just get settled in, get us presented up on the big TV. So interestingly enough, we have a large group of our current freshmen who are doing tours as we speak of the school to get ready to come back on Tuesday. So right outside, I can see students walking by as they do their tour with their freshman mentor leader and or our student ambassador club.
Miss Bowen, how many do we have left here? How many students? Are we getting there?
We have 292.
That's good. That's about how many clubs that we have at Stevenson.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, just about that.
Okay. Remember that number. It's an important one. Now, if I wanted you all to not listen to tonight, I would sing the fight song for you, but I'm really afraid that there would be a lot of people who would tune out pretty much immediately.
Mr. Gobble, how many families are we at right now? I can't see on my screen here.
We are at 575 families.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
On a Wednesday night in January. Mr. Gobble, you just about ready to get started there?
I am just about ready. And that is it. The entire class of 2025. We're so thrilled to have you. So hello, everyone out there at home experiencing our first ever virtual incoming freshman parent night. We are thrilled to be able to come to your room, your house, and your family and present all the wonderful opportunities that we have here at Stevenson and get you an idea about what the next month or so is going to look like as you begin the transition. Before we jump into the presentation, I should share I have Dr. Ted Gergen with me right next to, he's our student activities director. Give us a big wave. Say hi, Ted.
Hi, welcome everybody. We are so excited to have the class of 2025 and all their families with us tonight. It's certainly unusual circumstances, but nonetheless, we are super excited to welcome you.
And then I could not have a better partner in this work. Below me in my screen, you see Sarah Bowen, and she is our Director of Student Services, and there is not a person in this building who cares more about kids, so I'm thrilled to introduce you to Miss Bowen.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gobble. I truly am happy you're all here with us tonight. I look forward to talking with you and most importantly, seeing all your great faces in our building next year.
All right, so we are gonna hop into our presentation. So we will start here. Thanks everybody for coming out. Just if you want to write this down in your Rolodex right away, the extension to get a hold of me is 4106. This has somehow in an instant become this is my 11th year at Stevenson High School. I don't know how that quite occurred. My 9th year as principal. It has been one of the great honors of my life. I absolutely love this place, and I know that each and every one of you and your families will grow to feel the same way. This is a place we were born as a high school in 1965, and we have, as many of you know, and many of you chose this community for this reason. We are a wonderful high school, and we, as a matter of fact, just last year we won the United States Department of Education Blue Ribbon Award for Excellence. We're incredibly proud of that. There are only a handful of schools that have won that award 5 times, and we are one of them. So we are thrilled to be able to offer you all of the wonderful experiences we have. And we're just can't wait for you to get into the school and get to experience what it means to be a patriot. So over the last few years, we have been redefining our portrait of a graduate. I'll go back to the little guys in a minute. We decided to rebuild the mission and vision of our school. And as you can see, when we did that, we also said, well, what is it we want students to become when they leave Stevenson High School? What are the outcomes if things go really well? And as we wrote this list, they really fell into 3 categories: commit to self, commit to others, and committing to learning. And so here's what I'd like you to do. Hopefully you can read those phrases that you see up there. As a family, whoever's there with you watching right now, moms and dads, guardians, turn and talk to your son or daughter. And I want you to say, do any of these feel like this is something I really want to work on for the next 4 years of my life? So take a minute or two as a family, mom and dad, like pick one maybe you think you'd love for them to work on. Son or daughter, student, future patriot, what would you like to work on? Have a chat, take a look through that list and see what it means to work your way through. We'll give you just a minute to have that conversation. And while that's happening, we'll stare at you and see how it's going, because we actually can see you all, even though you don't know that. So hopefully you're able to find 1 or 2 of those items that really spoke to your family. And what I really appreciate about this portrait of a graduate is it gives us a direction as a school. So when we're making decisions, we want to make sure that the curricular choices that we make align with this work. Or when we think about what kind of student activities should we offer, what organization should we join, it should be because it aligns to this work, and we really appreciate it. So now for some of you, while you were having that conversation, I'm guessing there's a few moms or dads out there that are in a similar boat that I was just last year. My daughter is a current freshman here at Stevenson. And you were probably, if this was your first student going to high school, you probably had that thought in your head like, oh my gosh, I have a high school kid. Like, how is that possible? And for many of you, you probably are still seeing your son or daughter in an image that looks like this in your head. And the thought of them being 1 year away from driving a car just is scaring the bejingles out of you. Well, just know we know that about high school, and we are here to serve you in every way that we can. And so we're happy to help you transition from this to wonderful, fully functioning adults that leave us before they're done. And we're thrilled to be a part of that. So I'm going to give you, we're going to try to keep this simple tonight now that since we're virtual. There's really three things that I need you to take away. Three important facts. Before we're done, we're going to show you a video with all kinds of our wonderful opportunities here, but I want to focus in on three real things. And then at the end, Ms. Bowen is going to share with you all the things you need to do over the next couple of months to get signed up for school. So let's start here. The Stevenson High School mission statement has been the same for 30 years, and it's a simple one. Success for every student. That success can come in all kinds of ways. Every one of you right now can imagine what success looks like in high school, and that success that each of you are imagining is different. And so it's our job as a school to be able to meet the needs of all of you. We need to make sure that if success for you means finding your way into a club and joining a club and becoming a leader on the club, we're going to help you do that. If success for you means taking all of the fine arts courses that we have because you're passionate about performing, great. We're going to make that happen for you. But I can tell you that we as adults are all here for you. So I'm going to ask you to turn and talk one more time. And I want you to think about, in 4 years from now, what would be a couple of things that would make your high school successful? So if you had to think through, I want moms and dads to think of an idea, and kids, I want you to think of an idea. What would it mean for your son or daughter to be successful in high school? All right, so you've got an idea of what that is. Turn and talk. Tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your parents and your guardians. Tell them, what is it that you think it would mean to be successful in high school? Again, we'll be quiet and watch to make sure you're all following along. Oh, yeah. We can see you're not talking. All right. I bet you had an opportunity to at least share an idea or two. Here's what I know. We've been doing this long enough. I've seen enough kids. This is my 29th year in education. Every one of you who've identified what you think success is 4 years from now, if I were to find you 4 years from now and ask you that same question, it would be very different, because you're going to learn and grow. And the thing that you think is success right now, you will blow past that before you get done at this place. We will make sure that you're able to blow through that and achieve things that you never even thought possible. Hopefully also through experiencing the curriculum and our co-curricular activities, you will find things that you're interested in that you didn't even know existed at this point when you're just 13 or 14 years old. So that's number one. We're here for you. Every adult in this building, whether they're faculty, staff, administrators, our number one goal is success for every student. And that's what we will help you do. And so you will hear that in the language that we use all the time, and we will continue to make sure that that occurs for you. So the number two thing that I want to tell you, and this is going to last you for 4 years. Over the next 4 years, you're going to have a lot of questions. And it could be that the students have questions or the parents have questions. And there is a simple place to start. We know that this is a big school, and sometimes it's hard to figure out who would know the answer to this question, and where should I call to find out this information? And I guarantee you that if you begin with your counselor, that counselor will be able to either answer your question or find out where you should go get it answered. And that way you're not trying to guess yourself. So our counselors, we have 17 counselors now, right? Ms. Bowen, did I get the number right? We have 17 counselors right now. And each of those counselors, you will get a counselor as a freshman. And our goal is to have that same counselor follow you through your whole career. Often it will be the same counselor that your brother or sister might have had before you. We try to keep that in the family because we know you've built those connections. And we really want your counselor to be the center point, the place where you check in. And that's because, over a regular school day, you might take 7 classes. Each semester, you might have different classes. The next year, you're going to have different classes. You're going to meet and find teachers and coaches that you really want to, spend time with and you trust, but they'll fall in and out of your life because they'll be your teacher here. They won't be your teacher next year. Your counselor will be with you your whole time. And so it's really an important phone call to make. Call that number. If you call our extension 4500, it'll get you to your counselors. for the next 3 months before 4 months before you get your schedule, you can just call the counseling office and we will generically answer your questions. Once you become a student here, you'll be assigned a counselor, and that counselor will be your go-to person for anything that you need. So that probably is the most important thing that I'm going to say. And then lastly, I'm going to give you all a little bit of homework because I taught for 18 years. I was a high school science teacher, and I kind of miss it. I like giving homework once in a while. Hey, why don't you guys go do this? It'll be fun. So here's what I would like you all to do. The homework for both our families and the future students. Go on our website, type in d125.org and explore. See what's out there for you on the website so you can begin to get an idea of what school is like. So if you click on our website, a couple of things that I will note, hopefully you can see my arrow. There's a search button up at the top. You can type in anything you want there and you'll find basketball team, whatever that might be, library. But one thing that you might want to do right off the bat is type in incoming freshmen. If you type in incoming freshmen, we've built a full page with information for you, and it'll kick you right to this page here. It'll look like this, and you'll be able to look around and see all of the great information that we have to help you transition to high school. You'll also notice upcoming events. You can find out about our sports, our academics. There's information for parents and students. And even in this crazy time that we've been living in, we have a lot of updates about the COVID situation and how we've been managing that as a school. So all of this stuff is on our website. My assignment for you, get on and take a look. Look around, explore, find things that interest you, that you wonder about. It'll help you when you try to make decisions about what classes to take and what clubs to join over the next few months. So a couple other things that I would highly suggest, especially for the adults in this situation. If you go onto our website and you find publications, if you just search publications, you will find a couple of things that we put out daily. We put out the Daily Digest, and this is an email that it'll kick straight to your email. You'll get it every single day, and you can start to follow the stuff that's going on at school. You can see the activities. And very soon, when the IHSA opens up our sports and activities and clubs, all of our fine arts, you'll be able to see all the wonderful things that our kids do through that Daily Digest. You just sign up, you put in your name and email, you hit sign up, and you get that sent to you every day. It's a great resource right off the bat. Also, for a little bit more in-depth stories, each of the stories in the Daily Digest, about a paragraph long. If you would like a little more in-depth story, we also have a weekly e-Minuteman that you can get, and you can sign on that on the publication. You can sign right up for that, and that'll get emailed to you as well. Lots of great information in our e-Minuteman. Maybe at your school currently you use Power School or P School or Skyward to get information about your son or daughter. We use a program called Infinite Campus, and you can't log into that right now, but once you become a student over the summer, we'll send you all the passwords that you need to get in, and you'll be able to get in there and see your student and parent portal. That'll really be important once you're a student. And then the last thing, social media for us is a great way for us to show off the day in the life of a kid. And so, the beauty of social media is the visual nature, the videos that you can play and the pictures, and you can get on there and really see what's going on as a school, what's happening, and you can get a flavor for what's happening all the time. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, all those places, Twitter, and you can follow along and see that information as it comes. So the last thing that I want to tell you before we start taking a look at our curricular programs and our co-curricular programs, there's an incredibly important sheet that's in the packet of information that we sent home to you. And that sheet's called your freshman course selection sheet, class of 2025. It looks just like this here. Let me blow it up a little bit. So this is a larger picture of it. Up at the top, you're ultimately going to have to fill this out to tell us what classes you would like to take next year. So up at the top, you see English, math, science, and PE and lunch. So these are required courses, and often these courses will come with a recommendation from us on what level you should be in. So you'll be able to see that recommendation letter will come out, Ms. Bowen, in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it will be mailed, Mr. Gobble, on January 15th.
Oh, so you're going to get it in a week. Yeah, so you'll get that very, very soon, and you'll have information. You're just going to fill that in right here. And then the second half of that sheet, you're going to see 3 elective boxes. And these are really the things that you're going to think about for the next 20 minutes while we're taking a look at some of the curricular offerings that we have. We'll also talk a little bit about summer school and your ability to take some courses over the summer. So we're going to help you. Our goal today over the course of this evening is to help you fill in this form. All right. So when we get to Miss Bowen at the end, she'll tell you about how to do all of that stuff. But what I want to say to you right now is, with as much enthusiasm as you can imagine, we are so thrilled to welcome the class of 2025, and we just can't wait to get you into school and begin the wonderful transition to becoming a Patriot. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Gergen. And it's a pleasure to get to know you all. Please reach out if you have any questions. And I will let you, we're going to begin a video here that you can see to learn about our curriculum.
My name is Liz Cow, and I'm super excited to share all the wonderful opportunities you will have in your science classes at Stevenson. Personally, science classes have always been the highlight of my time here at school. I've learned so much throughout the past 4 years, and I'm always super excited to see my classmates and teachers every day. At Stevenson, freshmen take one of 3 science classes: Biology College Prep, Biology Accelerated, or Chemistry Accelerated. In the coming week or so, the science director, Dr. Wood, will be meeting with each of your 8th grade science teachers. They will discuss your learning progress this year in science, as well as review data from class and map testing. This data will be used to generate a course recommendation and a second option that you can choose from. These will be mailed to you in about 2 weeks. You will then circle your science course choice on the course selection form.
Hi, my name is Carly King, and I'm currently a senior at Stevenson. I'm excited to share the wonderful opportunities through our mathematics program at Stevenson High School. I remember when I first came here, I was amazed with all the support that was available to me. Whenever I needed support in math, my teachers and the tutors knew exactly how to help. As you begin your journey, your freshman mathematics course is based on the successful completion of the prior courses in middle school. Freshmen will take one of the following courses in the fall of 2021. Algebra 1, Geometry or Algebra 2 Accelerated, or Geometry Accelerated or Geometry Honors. Our Director of Mathematics, Darshan Jain, will be conferencing with your middle school mathematics teacher in January. Here, they will discuss your semester-long growth and development around essential course standards. From there, a best freshman course recommendation will be made and a second option if applicable. This will be mailed to you in the coming weeks. Once you receive this, please discuss the recommendation with your family and your middle school teacher. Then, circle the one mathematics course you selected for fall 2021. Stevenson has a long history of success in supporting all students in learning and using mathematics. It's vital that all your good work throughout the fall thrives throughout the spring. As I began my freshman year, I was both nervous and excited about my math class in the fall. However, from the academic support in the learning centers to the encouragement you receive from your mentors in advisory, Stevenson has your back. We are really excited to meet you soon and help you continue to succeed.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Grant, and I'm currently a senior at Stevenson. My goal for tonight is to share what you need to know about communication arts, the division you will take your English class in. During my freshman year English course, my teacher had an assignment where we were supposed to step out of our comfort zone and write a paper about it. For my paper, I volunteered at a middle school. This communication arts experience inspired me to get more involved in the mentoring and tutoring opportunities Stevenson has to offer, activities which I am still involved in 4 years later. All freshmen will take one of the following courses next year: freshman college prep English, or freshman accelerated English. By having the same learning standards, both courses provide excellent preparation for your future in college or at work. The difference is in the rigor of the text read and the pace at which the class moves through its reading, writing, speaking, and listening activities. Our Director of Communication Arts, Mr. Lily Dahl, will meet with your middle school English teachers in January and will provide recommendations for your course choice. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, we will have a summer reading assignment for you next summer that you will need to read for a smooth start into your coursework next fall. Finally, we do have an opportunity for freshmen interested in journalism. Look for Introduction to Journalism. We are looking forward to meeting you soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Raghav Khosla and I'm here to tell you about your first social studies experience at Stevenson High School. This first experience is a graduation requirement for all students and it is called World History and Geography. World History and Geography is an exciting opportunity to develop your critical analysis argumentative writing skills through a series of inquiry lessons set in units that span the globe and cover time periods from the early civilizations to the modern age. Some of my favorite memories from freshman year have come from the interactive activities and fun simulations of this class. World History and Geography does not have any placement since there are no levels and all students will have a common experience while taking the class. World History and Geography is also a prerequisite for future social studies electives and requirements. If you have any questions about your social studies journey, please contact Social Studies Director Brad Smith.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Lily Madavian. I'm a junior here at Stevenson and I'm really excited to share with you some details about the physical education experience at Stevenson. Initially, every freshman who does not enroll in dance will be enrolled in the Freshman Foundations of Fitness course. You may ask, why Freshman Foundations? To start, the class is filled with all freshmen, so you'll all begin this journey in the same boat. Also, it's a great opportunity for you to meet people as you're coming to high school. My first day of Foundations class, I met one of my best friends now. Foundations is really the basis for the rest of your physical education here at Stevenson, and also for the rest of your life. You'll learn about sleep, stress, hydration, you'll do band exercises and kettlebell exercises. It's the basis for you to learn the principles of physical education. After 6 weeks, you will transition to the Choice PE program. This is a student-driven program where you will choose the activities you want to do, and they'll change every 6 weeks. You participate in activities you are interested in. There's many options for activities in Choice PE. For example, at Stevenson, I've done soccer, volleyball, badminton, super sport, I've done yoga, I've done meditation, Zumba, archery, and so many more. It's an opportunity for you to learn from multiple teachers throughout the year and to meet so many new people. We can't wait for you to start your journey with us.
A great aspect of being a freshman at Stevenson is that you get to be in an advisory, which is led by 4 freshman mentors known as FMPs. Advisory is a place where you'll learn all the ins and outs of Stevenson, and it's also time to relax and have a fun break in your day. Advisory is a half period, Monday through Thursday, throughout your entire freshman year.
During the first couple of weeks, your FMPs will help you adjust to Stevenson by helping you connect with our campus. You'll get tours of the school and learn about different resources such as the Informational Learning Center, also known as the ILC, and the school store. We'll make sure you know how to request a locker as well as sign up for the testing center. We'll also inform you about fun upcoming events that we hope will happen next year, such as football games, the Freshman Mixer, and Spirit Days.
Once a week, you'll have a counselor day in advisory, where your counselor will come in and give you information about your classes and help guide you through important social and emotional learning lessons. At the end of the first semester, they will help select your classes for the next year. Over the course of the year, you will also get to know your social worker and your dean in advisory. Dean visits occur 6 times a year and help students understand the rules and guidelines of Stevenson, which help keep the community safe.
By the way, for any of you guys that may get lost, you don't have to worry. FMPs will be around the school during the first weeks to help freshmen find their way around. We have the best freshman orientation days, an advisory program which help freshmen gain a better understanding of a normal day at Stevenson. But just know that FMPs and advisory are here to help you better connect to your campus, classmates, and Patriot community. That transition starts now with some valuable information about the amazing opportunities here at Stevenson. So far, you've learned about the required parts of your day. Now you'll learn about the other opportunities that you can take advantage of.
is Grace. I'm a freshman mentor here at Stevenson, and today I'm excited to share a bit about the options available in our division of World Languages and ELL. You can find more information about courses and programs on page 92 of our course book. We offer 6 options for our World Languages coursework: Chinese, French, German, Hebrew, Latin, and Spanish, with options to study all 4 years in each of the languages. While I began Spanish classes in middle school, my 3 years so far of coursework under the wonderful Spanish teachers here have greatly improved my language skills. While my experience was in Spanish, I'd like to share this video, which highlights some other students' experiences in other language programs.
Stevenson 中文系开设了5门不同的课程，总有一门课程会适合您的孩子。中文系欢迎你。
Bienvenue dans la classe de français.
Brouchim aba'im l'tochni Ivrit de Stevenson.
Welcome to the Hebrew program at Stevenson.
Meine zukünftige Schüler, ich lade euch alle ein, Deutsch mit mir zu nehmen.
Hallo, ich bin Elisabeth.
Und ich bin Adam.
Wir haben Deutsch auf 2 Jahre gelernt.
Wir finden deutsche Klasse toll und macht sehr Spaß.
Frau Walker ist die beste Lehrerin.
Tschüss.
While there is a lot of research that shows the numerous benefits to studying a language, as we can see on this list here, studying a language really brings with it the opportunity to immerse yourself in culture. To that end, Stevenson offers a lot of opportunities outside of the classroom too, including field trips. During my sophomore year, my Spanish class visited the Milwaukee Art Museum, which boasts a wide variety of art and cultural artifacts from Spanish-speaking countries. And we visited the most delicious Cuban restaurant I've ever experienced. This is just one of the many opportunities world language learners may have here at Stevenson. One of the more exciting opportunities that's connected to language study at SHS is the Seal of Biliteracy program. This recognition is not only available in the 6 languages we offer, but is also available to students who are proficient in other languages too. Students can qualify for this program through AP coursework in one of our language programs, or by taking a separate qualifying test that we offer a couple times each year. The Seal of Biliteracy goes on the diploma and the official transcript, and your name also appears in a special spot in the graduation program. Students also earn university credit at Illinois public universities. A really neat fact to highlight is that about 30% of our graduates this past year earned recognition in this program, which is by far the most of any school in Illinois. While we've spent some time talking about world language course options, the ELL department is also part of this division. For students in our ELL program, there will be a special course selection meeting with students, parents, and 8th grade teachers through Zoom. If you've taken a benchmark for any language, the placement recommendation will appear on the course selection letter. Feel free, of course, to choose any language that interests you. The World Languages Division offers an incredibly rich and vigorous education in not only how to speak another language, but other cultures and peoples as well. If being a global citizen interests you, I highly recommend immersing yourself in a World Languages class here at Stevenson.
Hi, my name is Nora Kowalski, and I'm currently a junior at Stevenson, and I'm so excited to share all the amazing opportunities that the Applied Arts Division and the Computer Science, Engineering, and Technology Division have to offer here at Stevenson. My favorite applied arts class that I've taken is definitely teaching young children. I've loved getting to know all the little patriots, and they are so fun to be around. I've also taken personal finance, which was a very important class to help me think about my future and learn important life skills like how to manage your money. I also know that there's so many different classes in the Applied Arts Division or Computer Science, Engineering, and Technology Division here, ranging all the way from business classes to food and nutrition to engineering and computer science classes. Within the Applied Arts Division, there are 3 different programs, including business education, driver's education, and family consumer sciences. You can find these course offerings within these divisions starting on page 18 of your course book. There are 3 courses available in business education for freshmen. These courses include Introduction to Business, Business Applications and Technology 1 and 2. And also there are so many other courses within this division that are available for your next 3 years. In Family and Consumer Sciences, freshmen also have the opportunity to take 3 different courses, including Child Development, Clothing and Design, and Food and Nutrition. Within the Computer Science program, freshmen have the opportunity to take Foundations of Computer Programming with Java, and Mobile App Development. All 3 of these courses provide great information to the computer science world and lead to other amazing courses that are available your sophomore, junior, and senior year. Stevenson also offers lots of wonderful engineering courses. 2 of these courses that you can take as a freshman are Engineering Design and Architectural Design. As you can see, there are so many course opportunities for the freshmen within our technology program. All of these courses are semester in length, so you can mix and match any of these 2 courses that you find interesting. Find something that interests you and enter it into one of the elective spaces on your course selection worksheet. I did as a freshman, and I'm so glad I did. Please feel free to contact the director, Wendy Custable, if you have any questions. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Ayush and I'm here to talk about the Fine Arts Division. You can find this information starting on page 50 of the course book. The Fine Arts are comprised of dance, art, music, and theater. We offer curricular and co-curricular experiences for all students' interests and passions. We believe that all students should experience the fine arts here at Stevenson because they help develop creativity, expression, and an ability to work with others. Our dance department offers contemporary/modern dance classes. Students can enroll in dance classes in lieu of PE while earning a fine arts credit in their transcript. Our classes focus on technique and creativity while developing strength, flexibility, and endurance. Our Stevenson dance classes are creative, educational, physical, and fun. Most importantly, Stevenson's dance classes are designed for all students and all abilities. At Stevenson, we offer dance 1, 2, 3, and 4 that will meet the needs of all students with varying levels of experiences. You can visit the Stevenson Dance website to learn more about our program and consider attending the Dance Zoom meeting after this presentation. If I can direct your attention to the registration form, you'll see that dance can be added in the physical education or dance space. Our art department is robust with lots of course options. Students can immediately enroll in Art and Design, Photography 1, and Digital and Art and Design 1. These foundational classes allow students to take our next level classes like Ceramics, Metals and Jewelry, Photography 2, Digital Imaging 2, and many more. In art, students can develop their artistic technique and artistic voice. Most importantly, we believe that artistic skills can be taught and learned by all students. There are lots of opportunities to exhibit in school and virtually. Please visit our art department webpage to view our virtual art shows. Our music department offers amazing opportunities to create and perform in band, choir, guitar, orchestra, piano, and music production. Students that want to continue in band, choir, or orchestra can immediately register in our freshman ensembles. We also offer opportunities to continue to learn or learn from scratch how to play the piano or guitar. Students may also be interested in creating and producing original music using the state-of-the-art technology in our music production classes. This is what Principal Galva likes to call the School of Rock. But most importantly, our music department offers a place for all students, interests, and passions with varying levels of experience. This information and more can be found on the Stevenson Music web pages or with your current middle school music teachers. Our theater program is second to none. We know many of you were able to experience this year's musical production of Disney's Newsies. These amazing performances begin with skills that are taught in our theater and music classes. We offer Acting 1 and Acting 2 for incoming freshmen. In these classes, there are so many skills taught that would help you be prepared for life. This includes speaking confidently, using nonverbal communication and eye contact, learning how to think on your feet, and working with others. We also offer theater design and stagecraft, which teaches the magic behind lighting, sound, costuming, and construction. As a fun fact, our alumni continue to highlight the professional experiences they've received when working with Stevenson's 5 theater venues and working with the state-of-the-art equipment that we have here to offer. If you're looking for something hands-on and fun to do this summer, consider enrolling in the Theater Arts Summer School class. I'm confident that all of you will be able to find a class that you are interested in or where you'll be able to learn something new while also meeting new people and working in great environments. With that being said, I'd like to direct your attention to the registration form, where you'll see art, music, and theater classes can be added in the elective space. If you have any questions, please make sure to visit the different fine arts Zoom meetings after this presentation to talk to representatives from the different fine arts. We also encourage you to visit our D125 Fine Arts webpage and social media outlets to view additional curricular videos and information.
I have a great feeling about the class of 2025. It is my honor to introduce you to Stevenson Athletics. And as athletic director, it's my personal mission to ensure that every student athlete who participates in our program has a positive experience. I encourage you and your family to check out the options on the Stevenson webpage. They range from our cut programs, which offer tryouts due to roster limits, to our no-cut programs, where the expectations are just as high. But you can try something for the first time, and you may find that you'll fall in love with it. Fall sports do begin in early August, so I urge you to register as soon as possible. Whether you're a spectator, a participant, or a supporter of Stevenson Athletics, there is so much to experience. Welcome, class of 2025.
Hi, my name is Ian Harmon, and I'm a junior here at Stevenson. I'm proud to share that we have over 130 clubs. There is something here for everyone. From competition to culture, from service to leadership, we make sure that you have a place to explore your interests. And if for some reason we don't have a club that you're searching for, you can make one. Esports is one of our most popular new clubs that students have recently started. Co-curriculars are part of what makes Stevenson feel like home. As a member of multiple clubs and student activities, I can confidently say that these groups have greatly enhanced my high school experience. Clubs like Student Council and FMP gave me the opportunity to be a leader at Stevenson, while clubs like Jazz Band and Ski and Snowboard Club were perfect organizations for me to experience the activities I love through the scope of Stevenson. We are confident that you'll be proud to be a Patriot and enjoy your high school experiences with us. Save the date for a co-curricular fair, which will take place virtually March 16th through 18th. As incoming freshmen, you'll have the opportunity to learn about any co-curricular activity you may be interested in.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the opportunity to hear directly from our students about our truly amazing curricular and co-curricular opportunities that await you all in the fall. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So just again, I'm Sarah Bowen. I'm the Director of Student Services here at Stevenson. And tonight I'm going to talk with you a little bit about our summer school program and also some of the steps and documents that you need to complete as a family between now and that first day of school in the fall. So we, in addition to the awesome classes and clubs and activities that you just heard about, we also have a very robust summer school program. And summer school offers a lot of benefits for students. So it really provides students with the opportunity to begin to kind of experience what it means to be a high school student and to navigate the expectations of a high school class. In addition to that, it really provides students with the opportunity to explore an interest, to take a class that they're wanting to learn more about, or maybe to take something that's required for graduation that then frees up a spot in their schedule in the fall to consider an elective or a study hall. There are 2 semesters for summer school. Both of these semesters are 4 weeks long. The first semester really takes place mostly in June and the second one mostly in July. You can see those specific dates on your screen. Each semester is 4 weeks long, and the first week of each semester, the classes go from Tuesday to Friday. The other 3 weeks of both semesters, the classes are Monday through Thursday. The time frame for summer school is 7:45 a.m. to 12:50 p.m. each day. And one thing to note about our summer school classes is because so much information is covered every single day, we do have a strict attendance policy for students. So we do ask that families that our students would miss no more than 2 absences per semester. And it's also very important for students to attend that last day of every session because there's important reflective opportunities and accumulating experiences for each of the class. So one thing to note is that you did receive, as part of the welcome packet that your family should have received in the mail over the last couple of days, one of the components of that packet is our summer school brochure. So I really encourage you as a family to take a look at those classes that are offered and to remember that if you're trying to make some choices between the different opportunities, that is something that you'll also be able to talk through with a counselor or director at some of our course selection evenings, which are coming up here in a few weeks. The very important thing I think about how student services is organized at Stevenson that makes things very special is each student at Stevenson is assigned an SST, or a student support team. And that is a counselor, social worker, dean, and school psychologist that work with the student and family throughout the student's high school experience. This is something that Mr. Gobble really talked a lot at the beginning of our presentation. This team is really dedicated to partnering with families, helping students to identify their goals, both for their time at Stevenson and for what's coming after Stevenson, and then really connecting students with resources and opportunities and supports that they need to realize their goals during their time here. Another thing that we offer at Stevenson to really help our families develop that important relationship with their counselor is something that we call a SCOPE meeting. It stands for Student Counselor Parent Engagement Meeting. And this is an opportunity for every freshman family as well as every sophomore family to meet individually with their student's counselor to begin to really build and nurture that important relationship between families and counselors. So in the fall, please look out for an email from me, actually, that will share more information about the SCOPE meetings, as well as the procedures for scheduling one of those meetings with your counselor. The other important things that we need to discuss, and they're not quite as exciting as all the amazing and awesome opportunities that you've heard about, but nonetheless, these are important steps that our families need to complete between now and that first day of school in August. And there's really 4 main steps that we'll talk through tonight and just share a little bit about what's required and when it's due. So the first thing we'll talk through is enrollment. Then we'll talk about the course selection process. Then we will talk about the health forms, and then the registration and school fee payment process. This is something that actually will not happen until over the summer. So we will share more information and specifics with you about this last step in the spring. So tonight we'll really focus on these first 3 steps. Enrollment is the process by which we gather the important information about your student and your family that we really need to make sure that we can maintain good communication with your family throughout the time that you're here at Stevenson. And enrollment is completed online through Infinite Campus. And you heard Mr. Gobble talk a little bit about Infinite Campus at the beginning of this presentation. So at the beginning of last week, right around January 4th, you should have received an email from Stevenson, which shared more information about how to complete the online enrollment process, and most importantly, about how to set up a parent infinite campus portal, because that is what is needed in order to complete the steps of this process. And we ask that you have this process completed by January 29th, because it just makes sure that we have updated information and are able to get all of the mailings and communications that we need to get to your family, that they arrive safely. The next important process that we need families to complete is course selection. And you've heard a lot about that as you've heard about the different offerings in our core academic and elective areas. So course selection is just that process of selecting the classes that your student will take next year. This is the course selection worksheet that you've seen referenced throughout the evening tonight. This worksheet is actually not something that's included in your welcome packet that you received a couple of days ago. This worksheet will be included in the mailing that will happen at the end of this week. So it should arrive to your family at the beginning of the week of the 18th. That will also include the benchmark recommendations for English, math, science, and world languages. So what we ask is that you work as a family to talk through those different recommendations and make some decisions about what feels right in terms of the core academic classes, and then to look through the course book, which is something that is included in your welcome packet, look through the summer school catalog, and make choices about the electives that you would fill in during those other periods of the day. And again, this worksheet is something that you'll receive as part of that benchmark mailing toward the beginning of next week. This is also a worksheet that we ask that you complete by January 29th. But please do not worry, you are not alone in having to complete this worksheet and to talk through different course options. We do offer 3 course selection evening dates. These will all be held virtually this year, where families have the opportunity to meet individually with a counselor or a director to really review those different course recommendations from the benchmark process and to talk through different elective opportunities as well. So we will have 3 of these evenings, January 21st, 26th, and 27th. You're able to virtually drop by anytime between 4 and 7 p.m. on those evenings. You'll see on the screen and in the mailings and communications that we've been sending the last names that we're asking attend on each evening. You may certainly attend any evening that works for your family. However, if possible, we do ask that you follow these recommendations around which last names attend on which evenings, just to help us manage wait times for those evenings for our families. And the specific Zoom links for each of these evenings will be emailed to your family at the beginning of the week of the 18th, and will also be posted on that freshman landing page section of our website that Mr. Gobble talked through in the beginning of our presentation. There are several options for returning that course selection worksheet to our school, because one thing to note is even if you attend one of those course selection course selection evenings and have a conversation with a director or a counselor, we still do need to receive that worksheet back from your family. So your family may email those forms to this email address, fax them or mail them, and no need to write down this information or remember it, because all of these instructions will be included in that mailing that includes the benchmarks and the course selection worksheet. Okay, and our last step in terms of paperwork and processes that need to be completed is our student wellness documents. So these are some documents that are needed by our nurse health team. These were also included in the the welcome packet that your family received a couple of days ago. And we ask that you please complete these forms and submit them to our nurse's office by June 1st. One really important thing to note is that if your student is considering attending a summer school class, particularly a first semester summer school class, it's very important that this paperwork is returned before that summer school class begins. Okay, so just another review, Mr. Gobble talked about this in the beginning of the website. We realized that in our remote setting, it can be a little bit harder to kind of glean information and to figure out who to reach out to. So I want to again encourage you to please reach out to this incoming freshman families page on our Stevenson website. As Mr. Gobble said, you can search incoming freshman families, or you can click on students, and incoming freshmen is one of the menu options under students. And this page has lots of important information for families about all of the steps between now and when school starts in the fall. Another thing that is found on that section of the website that I just want to highlight is our transitions guide. And this really answers a lot of frequently asked questions from our incoming freshman families about the transition process. So it's a very helpful document to read through. And again, I hope you're hearing us emphasize this throughout the night. We really recognize that there is a lot of information that we've shared with you tonight, and certainly that you've received over these last couple of weeks. I cannot emphasize enough that we are here to help. We recognize that this process is exciting, but that it can also be a little bit overwhelming as well. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us in Student Services. We are here to help and happy to answer your questions. Okay, and this is again a QR code for that incoming freshman families section of our website. We are really going to be utilizing that particularly this year to post information about events that are future coming up. So one thing for sure I can share with you is that the Zoom links for the course selection evenings that we talked about will be posted on that section of the website. In addition, we will also email our families those Zoom links as well. And, you know, I would just like to share, we are, as Mr. Gobble and Dr. Gergen shared, we are beyond ecstatic to welcome another group of students to Stevenson High School. We are so excited to be working with you. And please feel free to reach out with any questions. I will turn it over at this point to Dr. Gergen, I believe, might have some additional information about opportunities to ask some questions of our different curricular areas.
Sure, thank you, Ms. Bowen and Mr. Gobble. As you can see, I dropped the link also in the chat to that landing page for all of our incoming students. And after this, as soon as we close out of this, all of our families will have an opportunity for a virtual question and answer session with a variety of our administrators, division representatives. All of those representatives and those links are located right on that landing page. As soon as we wrap up, you'll have the opportunity to click on there. It will take you to a Zoom meeting room. You might have to wait in a little holding area or kind of, you know, in line, but we're happy to answer any questions that you might have, in addition to the great opportunities that we have in the upcoming weeks for you to meet and talk about your course selection with your families and staff at Stevenson. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Gobble to kind of wrap things up for this class of 2025 welcome webinar.
And just as we were talking about those virtual tables, I've pulled up the website right here, and you can just click on any of these images. And if you're interested in art, or choir, or family consumer ed, we have people waiting in all of these spaces for you to go talk to. So please, we'd love to have you join that if you can. I'll put the QR code back up on the screen so you can see that. If you need to go there right now, it's on our incoming freshman page. It's been a real thrill to get an opportunity to see you virtually. We are so, we could just so excited to have you join our school. We hope you take some time and join our question and answer periods in each of these sections. And we also hope that you stay safe and have a wonderful evening. We can't wait for you to become patriots. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Night all.
Good night.